Hi everyone, Anat Kessler here with a new video tutorial, and today we are making a mega multi-fold heart card for Valentine's or for any other occasion that you want. And for that we will need one 12 by 12 and one 12 by 3 pieces of cardstock. I'm using black, but you can use whatever color that you have, white, pink. Just make it a solid color because we're going to cover it with pattern papers later. So first let's take our strip and mark a 1-inch line on the length of the strip. Just going to use a ruler, it's going to be easier. We're basically creating a 12 by 14 piece of cardstock, a large piece of cardstock, to create our mega fold card. So mark the 1 inch and then draw a line, and this will be the guide to attach the two papers together. So then bring some glue and apply the glue all the way from the edge to the 1-inch line that you just drew, and go all the way to the edges because we need that to be really bonded together. We need one piece of paper, so we want it to glue properly, and then attach the two pieces, aligning it with the pencil mark that you made. Make sure everything is straight. So now we have one 12 by 14 piece of paper that we can work with. So what we need to do is create a grid of 2-inch squares, 7 squares by 6 squares. So you're going to bring your ruler and a pencil and then mark 2 inches on the top. So 2, 4, 8, 10, and 12. And then in order to draw a straight line, you always need 2 dots, right? So go a little bit further down and then mark again 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. And then draw lines, vertical lines, to make your first part of the grid. And then we're going to turn our paper 90 degrees and do the exact same thing on the other direction to create our grid. So once we turn that, we're going to mark at 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10 and do the exact same thing. Draw the lines vertically, and then we'll have the grid that we need for the card. Okay, just going to draw the lines like this. If the ruler is not long enough, just pull it down. Make sure the lines are straight. And then I'm going to show you the squares, the little squares that we're going to cut out to form our mega heart. So this is our grid, and now we're going to remove this one, this square, the 2 squares, 1 in each corner, and then for each corner we're going to remove all of these 6 squares on the right corner and on the left corner. So simply bring your scissors and cut away around these marked squares. Then once we're finished cutting, you'll see the heart shape. So just follow along the lines to cut away the parts that we don't need. You can do it with a craft knife too if you want, but I think scissors are just faster this way. Do the other side, and then the corners in the top, and then this is the heart after we cut away everything that we don't need. So now you will need 27 little 1 7/8 by 1 7/8 squares from pattern papers. to arrange on the heart and cover the entire thing. So I cut them from different pattern papers that I have, and then I'm just going to arrange them on the heart to see how they match together, and then I'm just going to glue them onto my heart. So just mix and match all the colors and patterns that you have, and then start gluing. This is the most time-consuming part of the project, just to arrange the squares and then attach them to the heart. So just go slowly, align each of the squares with the edges so you'll have a nice black frame around them. So I'm almost done. Okay, so now we need to go ahead and start folding this card. I'm going to show you how to do that. So first, we're going to bring a ruler and a bone folder or something that is sharp that can create score lines. That will make everything really easy when we want to start folding. So it can be a pen that doesn't work, a stylus, a bone folder, something. So the first score line is along this line here on the third line of little squares. Then we're going to fold it and always burnish it really well so later on it will work properly. Then we're going to make another score line on this little square and fold it towards the outside like this. So this is the two first steps. Next, we're going to make another score line on the top beneath those two pairs of squares, this one and this one, and then fold them towards the inside like this. Next, we're going to do some vertical folding. These were horizontal lines, now we're going to do vertical fold lines. So first fold line, score line is this one on the edge, on the left edge. Just want to make sure that everything works when I'm folding. Next score line is this on the second row of squares, and again fold and burnish, and then fold the entire thing to see that it works together properly. Again, if it needs more burnishing, more folding. And then the last one, the last fold line is here. Make another score, fold, and then basically we're done with all the folding. We can close everything and see that it works properly. Okay, so this is how it looks when it's closed, and we're going to cover some of the outside parts but not all of them. If we're going to cover everything, it will be too thick and we won't be able to fold it. So what you would need are 2 pieces of 3 7/8 by 3 7/8, and then 5 pieces of 3 7/8 by 1 7/8. And then I'm going to show you how to cover it. So first we're going to cover the front, of course, because we want it to look nice and pretty. So for the front, I cut a really cute little pattern from one of the papers that I have, my stash. Then we're going to open it and cover the other square, the inside square here. And you know, for these parts you can also add photos Also for the smaller squares, you can add photos instead of pattern papers, and you can mix and match photos and squares. So the other 5 pieces go one on the side, and then when you open, 4 horizontal pieces on the inside, and that's about it. We're not going to cover anything more because then it will be impossible to close it. Again, you can mix and match pattern papers with photos, so that will make it much more personal and fun and unique when you give it to someone. And then after you cover it with the cover papers, make sure that it still folds properly, and then it can open and close as you want. So I really hope you liked this video tutorial. If you did, please subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to click on the little bell icon to be notified when I upload a new video so you won't miss anything. Then you can close the entire card with a ribbon. That will make it look really neat, beautiful, and keep it closed, especially if you add photos which are a little bit thicker than papers. Just make sure that the ribbon looks nice. So thank you very much for joining me. I really hope you liked this video. Please subscribe. Have a nice Valentine's, a great year, and I will see you next time.